This conference will now be recorded.
Hi, I'm Holly McFarland, PR Director for East Texas Communities Foundation and your host for East Texas Giving Day. I wanted to take this opportunity to walk you guys through how to create your own landing page. The content that you input into your landing page is what ultimately, into your profile, is ultimately what lands on your landing page that the public gets to see. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm first going to turn off my camera and turn on my screen share. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is go to easttexasgivingday.org. All things start at easttexasgivingday.org for your Giving Day campaign. So up in the upper right-hand corner is the nonprofit login. That's where you're going to go. If you are a brand new organization that has never participated before, you're going to want to start by submitting an inquiry. This is you're going to say, no, this is your first time to participate, and fill out this simple one-page form with your EIN and information like that. Ultimately, we have to vet you to verify that you are a 501c3 in good standing, and so that's where our team starts. If you have participated in the past, then you're going to need to enter through your login portal. So click login, put in your email address and password. And that will get you into the back end of East Texas Giving Day. Okay, so from your dashboard, you're going to be able to navigate to a few little things. Oops, sorry, wrong button, kids. Okay, so you are going to be able to see this video. It is going to be right here under announcements. Over here on the left-hand side is our Remind 101 information. If you've signed up in the past, you don't have to re-sign up again, but I encourage you to do that to be a part of one of these counties. Sign up for only one of them, simply because if there is an emergency communication that needs to go out, I'm going to use this as well as email, and those Remind updates go immediately to your phone. So that's what I would like to be able to have some way to get information out to you guys quickly. Okay, so over here on the right are event dates and milestones. So you can click on any of these dates and things over here, and if it's a training, like the green ones, it can take you directly to the registration portal to sign up for those education opportunities. Over on the right-hand side also is a orange update button. This tells you where you are in the sequence of having your profile approved. So let's go ahead and get started and go to the next phase. So when you click My Public Profile, that's where you're going to be able to update your information. We're going to click Edit Profile. So critical needs messaging is the first thing. This is a searchable field when the donors go to easttexasgivingday.org and start hunting for nonprofits. So you're going to want to, I encourage you to use this to say what the immediate needs for your organizations are. It's a filter on the front end that the donors can use, so they can select only nonprofits that have a critical need at this time. But it is a good space for you to plead your case. Let's see. Oops. General information, that's the name of your organization. Alternate organization name is going to be like East Texas Communities Foundation. We are also known as ETCF. That's where you would put your acronym or something in there. If you have a legal name and then a doing business name as, you need to put that in there as well, not the legal name, but what the public is going to know you as. This year on fund distribution, we have checking, savings, and receive a paper check. You can only select one of those options. We have the past couple of years been doing automatic distribution of your checks instead of having to print paper checks and send them out in the mail. It gets the money to you guys a lot quicker. So make sure you put in those routing numbers and bank account numbers as accurate as you can, because in the end, whenever we go through, we try to help verify that those are accurate information up front, but at the end of the day, if we cannot get a verified routing number, you will receive a paper check. Okay, your team captain is the person who is going to be the point person for your Giving Day campaign. This is the person that I'm going to send all future correspondence to. They need to be the one that's monitoring their email and making sure that everything that's that needs to be handled is being handled. Do not have it as, you know, a volunteer or someone like that that is not checking that email on a daily basis, because I do send out vital information, and the point person needs to take action on those as well. So I do or would appreciate the team captain's cell phone number just in case of emergency. It is not a required field, but it is one of the easiest ways for me to get hold of you as the Giving Day participant. Your CEO and executive director, that is a mandatory field that has to be completed as well. The cell phone number is there, but you don't have to add that in if they don't want you to. Your physical address is the brick and mortar of where your organization is located. This is just information for us so that we know where and which counties and things that you're in. Mailing address, so if we have to send out that paper check, that's where I'm going to mail the check to. So please make sure that information is accurate. Your public address. This is the content that will land on your landing page that, you know, Joe on the street would be able to use to access you. So which address do you want? Do you want them to know your physical address or your mailing address? On the county, this is the county where you are physically located. It's wonderful that you serve 26 counties or all 32 counties in our service area, but I need one county to be selected for a search field later on. Your office email, this is an office email, an email that you don't mind the public having. For our purposes here at ETCF, we typically use info@etcf.org. So think about that. Which email do you want the public to be able to get and use? And your public office phone number. Do not put your cell phone number unless you want people to call you directly. On your website, it is best that you copy the full URL, and I'm going to give you an example of that. So on your social media over here on Facebook, you would go to Facebook, load your page, do a copy on the full URL, come back over here to your page and paste that in. You cannot put just Twitter ETCF gives. It won't work. It has to be the full HTML because that is a hot link that will be transferred to your landing page. We kind of updated the matching funds section this year, so I'm trying to make it, you know, as clear as mud so that we can get you guys, you know, all fixed up for your match. So if your organization has match, yes, my match has 100% guaranteed match, which means that no matter what, your donor, your very generous donor, is going to give you the full proceeds of that match. Or, yes, my match is a true dollar for dollar, which means you will only receive from that donor the amount that you actually raise. So if they promise you 1,000 and you only raise 500 on Giving Day, then what this button, if you selected this button, yes, it is a true dollar for dollar, then that means that your donor is only going to give you $500. You may not have any match money, and that's fine too, or potentially not yet, which is great. Either way, this kind of gives you a starting point and helps you know as you come back and check your profile before the profiles are locked on April 21st, what you need to update. Okay, so your EIN, that if you've participated in the past, should still be in that field and you don't have to update it. It's important that you select your category. If you choose to change your category to something else, that's fine too. Your logo, if you upload your logo, it has to be a JPEG or a PNG, and all you do is click the update file. It asks you to navigate out to your desktop for the location of where that PNG or JPEG lives. You upload it, and then you go from there. If you've done some creative rebranding and you need to remove this file, just remove it and then click upload file so that you can start with your new fresh branding. Mission statement, you should be able to just cut and paste that directly off of your existing website or other content that has that. Pretty standard there on your mission statement. And the more about us, this is your call to action. This is the information that you want your donors to know about you. Down here on your URL link, this is the actual, when it's all said and done, that is going to be what you share with your public through all of your electronic communications moving forward into East Texas Giving Day. You typically can just put the name of your organization. So in our case, it would be ETCF. If you wanted to get creative and put give to ETCF, that's fine too. But most organizations put their acronym or the name of their full organization, like East Texas Communities Foundation. And down here at the bottom, ask donors for volunteer interest. Okay, so this question is, if you select yes, if you click it, that means you're opting in to solicit for volunteers to your organization when they check out at easttexasgivingday.org. So when a donor goes to easttexasgivingday.org and they make their contribution, they have the option at that point to select to request information from you about volunteer hours. So if you do not have volunteer opportunities within your organization, that's fine. Leave this unchecked. But if you do, check it, and then you'll receive that information in your donor report so that you can reach out and connect with those individuals that are interested in investing their time into your organization as well. At the end, you just have to click the Save button so that you can save all that information. I see that I have a couple of things that it doesn't like about mine. Now, here's the next thing that you guys need to know. This is a one-stop shop form. You have to complete it in one sitting, or it won't allow you to save it. So on the CEO, I'm going to put AD. Let's see, their email is going to be info. Okay. At any time that you get pulled away and you cannot complete a task before you have to get out of this and you want to save your information, my advice is to bluff the system and put, like in this case, zeros for all the phone numbers, or just something. You could have put, instead of AD over here, you could have put something like test or need or something like that, any kind of verbiage that you want to remind you to go back and fix it. I do not go back and proof all of this content. So if you did put don't know in that, then you will eventually have to come back and fix that before the profiles get locked. All right, so now I'm going to click save, and all that information is good to go. Now, you could, at this point, submit updates for approval, which that's how you're going to go public on the easttexasgivingday.org site. Whenever you click submit updates for approval, this blue button, I receive an email. I verify that some of your information is, at least your critical information is in your profile, and then I click OK and make you go live, push you out public for the on the front end of easttexasgivingday.org. The reason I recommend that you do that early is because any corrections, additions, changes that you make, you can go verify now on the front end of the site. Once I have approved you, you can go verify that those updates are there. And that is helpful whenever you're adding these other items over here. So you do not have to do any of these other things on the left-hand side. But if you choose to expand upon your profile, then you can see them instantly go live if you've already submitted your updates for approval. So if you choose to do these other items, I'm going to walk you through them really fast so that you can see what they do. Donation levels. Donation levels are just a reference point for the public so they know what their money is going to do for you. To do one, you just click add a donation level, type in the amount, and label it, and hit submit, and then it will generate like this, like $10 feeds a family. So They have to be pretty simple, but it is helpful for the public. It's a great development thing for you guys. Programs, you can list all the programs that you have. So here at ETCF, I would put scholarships as a program that we offer. I would put East Texas Giving Day as a program that we offer. Anything that you offer as a programmatic option would go in there. Under events, if you have events planned for East Texas Giving Day, this is where you're going to want to add them. I also encourage you to think through any future events that you may have. If you have a gala, or if you have a fall fundraiser or a fun run that you know you're going to do, if you add it here, then this is a searchable feature, and it may make your public more aware of what you're doing, that you're not just a one and done type of organization, that you host these other things that they could be a part of later on past April and East Texas Giving Day. From multimedia, you can upload photos, you can upload videos. The videos have to be YouTube links. And once you upload you create your YouTube account, upload your video to YouTube platform, there will be a small short link that you can cut and paste into this whenever that you add a video. Here, hang on, I'll show you. Let's see. Add multimedia. I'm going to select that it is a YouTube. Here's where you're going to put in your short link. You can call it whatever the name of the video is, and you hit submit, and it will flood in here. And then this is all on your landing page when the public can see it. Volunteer opportunities. If you know that you have volunteer things that you already currently offer, say you need someone to help organize the beans, or say you need someone to help bag rice, then you would add that opportunity here. It helps give the public an idea of the offerings that you have, and helps them know if there's something that skill set is suited for what they can offer. And then we have fundraisers. These are really going to be your fundraisers, are your celebration campaigns. Those don't launch until April 4th. So we'll talk more about that. And we have a future webinar that we will discuss those things about how to plan for those and how to use this back end to manage them. You can also see that from up here, my fundraisers. These are active fundraisers or celebration pages that someone has created to benefit your organization. Okay, so that's on my public profile. This is where we just were. My donations on Giving Day. And as we get close, whenever the early giving starts, this is where you can download your report and find out all the information about the wonderful people that have supported you on Giving Day. So you can see them on your screen. They'll be listed, and all of this information, their email, their phone numbers, last name, first name, if they were anonymous or not. You can also export it, and it pops down in a little Excel document for you. That way you permanently have it, and you can import it into your CRM for future fundraising and donor stewardship. Your users, these are individuals that have access to your profile. If it is an employee that is no longer with you, let me know. I would be able to help you make those individuals that are no longer with your organization inactive users. You don't have a way to do that. But once you email me, I will mark them inactive, and then they would show up over here on this second tab. Okay, you can add a new user if you need to. All you'll need is their first name, last name, and email. The system will send them an email saying you've been invited to participate in, East Texas Communities Foundation, East Texas Giving Day profile. And so from that individual would be able to create their own password and log into your back end on your nonprofit's profile. Resources, this is really the same as what's on the front end on the public side, but it is a shortcut to it if you'd like to explore or download quickly the important dates for Giving Day and things like that. So we're going to click back over here to our dashboard, remind you about the future trainings. We will also talk about these goals and matching funds secured and early giving dollars. We will talk about all that later on in future webinar training. So for now, good luck. Feel free always to call or email our offices at East Texas Communities Foundation, and I will do my best to assist you and help you create the best Giving Day experience that you can. Thanks. See you soon.